I've done, I think, 2 live streams before, so this is all quite new to me. Yeah, so I'd like to use this live stream as a short opportunity to showcase something that I just recently received as an email, and we are now, how many people? 4 only. But these live streams are always pretty cool because they're just some people turn up, but afterwards a lot of people see those videos, and especially because the thing that we are looking at today is something that might be of interest to many of you. I thought I want to start this quick live stream and show you the new so-called TEXTURAL VIOLA by FRACTURESOUNDS. It's from their Blueprint series. The Blueprint series by FRACTURESOUND is a completely free series, and mostly when they release a new library, such as the solo strings formations that they just released, alongside that they also release a free sample library. And this time it's the Blueprint TEXTURAL VIOLA. And I wanted to use this stream as a quick test stream of some sort, because I'm planning something a little bit bigger in the near future, but also to look into this instrument. And yeah, you still can't see it, but now you will. And here we are, the Blueprint TEXTURAL VIOLA by FRACTURESOUNDS, a new VST that is free. And this is what it sounds like when you open up for the first time. Wow, it sounds so cool, doesn't it? So this is like the textural viola, as the name suggests. They also have textural pianos and other textural instruments. They're not like your usual typical instruments that come with these play styles such as legato or shorts or anything like this, but they always come with these more like soundscape sort of instrument sounds, such as the free tremolo that you just heard. Also, you get a short articulation, which is the collegno, I don't know. So this is what the collegno sounds, pretty aggressive. To be honest, but if we dial back the reverb, what does it sound like? We still have the delay on. Let's turn the delay down. Yeah, pretty cool. So these instruments are very dry recorded. Sounds, Mario says it sounds textural, like in a movie. Yeah, especially those longer articulations, such as this one. I definitely agree. So the collegno is the short articulation from this library. Then you get the spike articulation. Maybe we should use some delay again and dial up the reverb and also the atmosphere. wow, the atmosphere sounds so cool. And you can also solo the atmosphere over here. And it's literally a beautiful synth, like some sort of a, I don't know how to say that. It's like a, could you say interstellar synth? Maybe. I mean, I love this. And yeah, so it's some sort of a pad that you can mix in with the samples, the atmosphere knob over to the right. And usually you can also you can also combine the articulations by holding shift. So for example, let's go to the last articulation, the bends articulation. Oh, by the way, we have some chat messages. We have Domi. Hey Domi, nice to meet you, nice to be back. And also Igor. Hey Igor. Hi. I know it was a long time. I cycled for a long time, but now I'm back, and now we're trying to start to these live streams again. I don't know how regularly this will happen, but yeah, we will see. Okay, so back to the bends. This is the bends articulation. Beautiful, isn't it? Tian says he loves textural libraries. I do agree. I mean, especially when you score, or also like for backgrounds. I will show you something later, how I would use this exact sound actually. But I was about to say you can also combine these articulations. So for example, you can combine the bends with the free tremolo, and this one would sound like this. Now I think what I would do with this kind of thing is like I would maybe record it. And then I got some shortcuts on my Stream Deck. By the way, I can highly recommend setting up shortcuts if you have a Stream Deck that allow me to render in place. And now I would take this, I think, an octave down. Yeah, or you could even push this to the limit. Like you can even go even further down. And even further. So let's use a alter boy. No, not this one. Let's use the alter boy. I will show you how this can sound incredibly. Okay, maybe this is too low, to be honest. Okay, maybe we use it like this, and then we cut the heights. So, like this. See? Now we have like this beautiful sound of the textural viola that is just pitch shifted down, and with a little bit of a EQ we get this like addition. Now let's take a listen to it together with the see, like it starts to rumble, because like with all these free libraries you always have like limitations. So for example, this is only the textural viola, so you can kind of not use the viola lower than what it is recorded, and you can also not use it higher than it is recorded. But with tricks like this you can just like supercharge these instruments kind of. Okay, what do we have? It kind of reminds me of the classical tuning strings before an oh yes, I do agree. And actually there is a piece from Ludwig Göransson that he wrote for the movie Tenet. And just when I was playing this the first time, I was reminded of the same thing, like when the movie starts and he's like, the people are running into the building and the orchestra starts to to tune their instruments. This kind of like reminded me of this scene. Okay, so now we looked into the bends. We looked into every articulation. Over here we always have the settings where we can volume it, we can pan it, attack, release, and so on. Pretty simple. But now let's see how we could use this boy. Also, something that I received recently is the handcrafted piano. And I'm gonna show you this as well. This is not free. And this is like maybe one of the biggest critique points on this piano VST that I could give. I think it's a little bit overpriced. So first of all, let me explain what the handcrafted piano is. Before I showcase how you can use it with the textural. I mean, you can use any piano that you want, but I will showcase it with the handcrafted piano now. So the handcrafted piano is a sample project from friends of mine, or like study colleagues, back when I studied film composition in Zurich. And the guys, they came together, and it actually took them, I think, 3 or 4 years to build this sample library, because they recorded an upright piano and they recorded interferences between strings. So not only the strings themselves, but the interference samples. So they have like hundreds of not round robins, but like sample depth. I cannot even explain how they trigger all the things, but it's like a very deep sampled piano. And before we talk much more, I would just quickly show you this. So yeah, from the first from what you can hear at first glance, it's a beautiful recorded upright felt piano. And the critique I was about to tell you is that I think it's on a price tag of around 140 now for introduction. I mean, it comes with 60 gigabytes, which is okay, but I think because they are based in Switzerland, where the cost of living is just super expensive, and because it took them so long to produce this instrument, I think they had to kind of like, charge a little bit more. So that's like the only critique that I have. And then other than that, it's just a beautiful sounding piano. I'll quickly show you. And you can hear all the details from the recording. And now, if you take this dial up here, it makes it more diffuse. So they recorded microphone positions, and they also recorded like an analog reverb. It's the Bricasti that they used. And then the other thing is they recorded the instruments hammers, I think. So this dial down here is only the hammers. Is it? I actually don't know what it is. That's something very special, I think. I have not heard this sound. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. But we are not talking about this piano in the stream, but mainly about the textural viola. And I would maybe use it. Okay, sorry, what do we have? Did we miss something? I love the Tenet soundtrack. Staccato. Yeah, Definitely. You love the trucks in place piece. Okay, I gotta look into that. I actually love my favorite soundtrack of the soundtrack is the what's it called? The one where they crash the plane. Let's check it on Spotify. Tenet. Freeport. Yeah, this one. It's just the synthesizer in this one is just such a masterpiece of synth programming, I think. Okay, never mind. That's perfect for pass and generate. Yes, definitely. Tommy likes it as well. That's so cool. Now we have the piano has a very solemn and deep sound. Yeah, definitely. I mean, what you're saying is that I think what you're referring to is the type of sound that comes from the fact that they recorded so many different dynamic layers. Like they didn't stop with like 5 layers or something. I mean, they recorded each and every possible combination. I think there's one little thing to say about this piano. It's a little bit noisy, I think. So the noise floor that comes with the piano is quite on the louder parts of the sample libraries. However, I compared it to the one that I was using before I changed to VSL, which was Keyscape, and Keyscape has one of the noisiest noise floors ever. And I used Keyscape in so many productions and so many scores and projects, and I've never heard this noise floor in the productions of the final product. So I think it's kind of like when you play it solely and you listen to it very closely, it's a different thing than when you actually use it in a production. Okay, now back to the textural viola. So what I would try with this one is like using it as a pad, like this. Maybe with even more atmosphere. Then we try something like this. And now we can play over this pad thing with our piano. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Like to use this because it lifts because of these bends. It has it's just so lively, the instrument. And I also, by the way, I decided to rearrange all my my hard drives today, so I lost every library in Contact almost. So I kind of cannot compare it now to my other instruments that I have, because there's like the other textural there's, what's it called? Also from FRACTURESOUNDS, the string formations. String formations is the complete set of this type of sound. So if you like what you hear over here, and if you tried it yourself, I mean, it's free. You can just try it on their, go check out their website. I will maybe put it in the chat. And if you like what you hear, then you can of course always get the full version. By the way, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. So like, this is just, this is where you get the instrument. I think that's the website, yeah. The texture of the violins sound like a swarm of bees. Yeah, possibly. Big bees then, I would say. Yeah, so that's kind of the, I think this wraps up the Blueprint Textural Viola. We're not done with the live stream yet, but I will talk out the YouTube people. So if you like what you just heard, the Blueprint Textural Viola, I would link it in the pinned comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye bye. Okay, so this might seem weird to some of you, but I'm also using these live streams to kind of like work on my content, especially for the free, fast and easy content. It's just super quick and easy to do these sorts of things. Okay, is there anything else you guys would like to hear? I have the you shouldn't have said the comment stuff. The link is in a pinned comment. I think that's okay. That's not, I'm not asking for comment or likes or subs. So if there's anything like this is a stream. Yeah, I know this is a stream, but you will see on my channel what I use this for. Okay, so the solo string formations is also a new library. If you would like to look into this. We could look into this, we could look into the handcrafted piano a little more. Also, I got the new Ethno World 7, but to be honest, I used the Ethno World 6 for 5 for so many projects that I don't even know which instruments are new in here, because it's just such a huge library. So I'm kind of like, yeah, what should we look into? Is there anything you would be interested in? More handcrafted piano? Should we look into the presets? Or maybe a little bit into the solo string formations? You should try the piano with synchron stage reverb light. Yes. Yeah, we could do this. Actually, I like it. There's just a little thing. First of all, we got to get rid of the reverb of the piano. Yeah, pretty close. That's good. Good idea. Thank you. So what we'll do now, we will check out the synchronization reverb. I actually uninstalled the light version because I have the full version, but the full version and the light version are exactly the same, except of the positions. So in the light version you get the violin 1, the brass, and something else. I think you get three positions. I just did a video about the synchron stage reverb light. If there's anybody that knows that, feel free. I think it's 2 positions. It's the brass over here and it's the violin over here, right? And then you get these 3 positions in the general purpose tab. So the front center, middle center, and the back center. Okay, let's listen. When does the giveaway end for the full version? Oh, I think I did put it on the somewhere around here. You have to check the comment. No, the description of the video. I put it into the description of the video. because I'll be away for some days. But I'll check it for you. I'll check it. Here we go. Here we are. This to go away, and then here. So this is the giveaway. It ends on July the 6th. Okay. And no vocal drums option. Yeah, the vocal drums is missing. That's right. I actually very much like this tab, Igor. So when I use the synchron stage reverb for like pop, more modern productions, I do prefer this because it's a very easy view and it gets you a little bit more options than the general purpose one. However, let's listen to the piano. Like this, in the front center position. Okay, that's too much. Less. But like now, honestly, I have a question to the chat right now. Is there anyone else that hears the noise of the piano when I play it? And like when I hold the sustain pedal for a little longer, the noise floor that adds up? Like, am I the only one that hears this? Yeah, Jaxi, I think I know what you say. Maybe it's because I'm hearing it on my headphones, and I think when you have noise on headphones because it's so close, it's always a little bit more annoying than maybe on speakers or something like this. But yeah, maybe in a ready production. But I have to be honest, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe you can let me know. But I think the reverb that comes with the instrument, like this one, it sounds way better, doesn't it? Like, I think it just like with the synchron stage reverb and this instrument, it kind of like feels like they are not fitting together as well, because the handcrafted piano is a very like small, intimate piano, and the synchron stage reverb is like a huge hall where they, yeah, I'm not even sure if they would record a upright piano in the synchron stage reverb, or if they would go into the other hall. They have like two halls where they record in Vienna, and it's the smaller one. Maybe with the upright piano, I think they would go into the other room because it fits just a little bit better. And then, as I've said before, the handcrafted piano is a, let's check this out. Handcrafted piano. They recorded this instrument. I'll quickly show you. Okay, here we go. Back in a second, back in a second. Here we are. So this is the handcrafted piano. And they sample, like here, the price is 200. As said before, I'm not sure, it's a little bit much. Cedric Ziegler, by the way, great composer. I know him in person. It's him. Here we are. No, that's not this. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit boring to look into this, but I think it's a Bricasti. I think they recorded a Bricasti reverb for this one. Yeah, it makes sense, Igor. I'm with you. Also, the reverb decay is much more dampened with this one, and with the synchron stage reverb, maybe we would have to color it a little bit down. Let's try this. Oh, you know what? We use the short articulation real quick. This one. So this is the synchron stage reverb. And this is the original reverb. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit damper, I think. Okay. DJ in Credention is asking what keyboard or digital piano you're playing, by the way. I'm currently using the Complete S61. And it has a lot of functions that I actually never use because I don't need these knobs because I have the icon platform on top of it, which I don't know if you can see it, this one, which also has a lot of knobs that I use for CC control. And I just like the keypad of the Complete S61. The thing is, it's already, how do you say, like worn out. Like I played it so much and so heavy that it starts to be very loud from itself. So I think at some point I might just get a new piano, and I think I'll also upgrade to a 88 piano again. And it's not because I need 88 keys, but simply because if you have a library that comes with key switches and you just want to quickly go through the library and play some of the sounds, I think it's super convenient if you have 88 keys, just because you can reach over to the key switches and use them. And right now I'm not using key switches because I only have like 61 keys and I would always have to go up or down octaves. So yeah, I think 61 keys is enough to play the most parts. Like, I'm not a classical piano player, but if you do like pop or if you do production, for the most part 61 keys is enough. But for this sort of like key switching thing, I miss the 88 keyboard. Okay, you should try Production Voices 300 grand. Oh, nice, thank you. Always happy to hear some of these tips. Production Voices 300 grand. Oh, by the way, we can stop the record. Yeah, that's enough recording. We're only streaming now. 300 grand by Production Voices. Yamaha CFX. Okay. Maybe I get some hate for this, but I have never been a huge fan of the CFX by Yamaha. So, like, I've always kind of preferred different pianos. I don't know, like Steinway and Sons. I was fortunate enough to play some Steinway and Sons in my university, but also like the place where I work, like I sell keyboards, digital pianos and stuff, and they always have the Yamaha CFX sample and the Bösendorfer Imperial, and most of the time I prefer the Bösendorfer. I think it's just a little bit richer, it's a little bit softer, it's not so aggressive. I think the Yamaha is just a very super bright instrument, so maybe they sampled it beautifully. But yeah, also the Fazioli from VSL, I just prefer the Fazioli over the CFX. They sampled both of these instruments beautifully, but yeah, it's just personal taste, I think. And Igor says, the piano is beautiful. It's somewhere between a piano and a digital keyboard sound. Very soft, but still sounds slightly bright. Ah. I mean, this sound is incredible. You would use this, I don't know, maybe in a pop production, modern production of some sort, but it's a very special sound. I have not heard this before. Yeah, cool. I was talking about the instrument plugin that you're using. Huh? I don't get you. Igor, explain, please. Okay, anyway, I mean, Igor, please explain. I'm happy to hear what you mean. We will listen to some music in the background while we wait for Igor. Okay, I can't remember if you went through this in your construction video or Q&A, but how much storage do you have? Just seeing the size of high-end VSTs make me curious. Ah, that's a good point. Storage, you mean, just that I get you right, Jaxi, could you tell me if you mean like how much hard drives and internal drive storage I use? Is that what you mean? By the way, is the music too loud or is it good like this? I don't know. My comment above about the sound and timbre. Okay, Jaxi, I'm gonna show you. Just for you. Just for you. This is my computer. So, okay, we will go through this real quick. So I have, obviously, as you can see, this is a Windows computer. I have my C. Yeah, just the C. One of the most important ones for me is the video projects and the video system, because these are like very power intensive hard drives. But actually, let me get to this I will draw it for you. Okay, I will try to draw it. Now it's getting fun. Leo is drawing. It's drawing time. It has nothing to do with what we started this, but this is what my hard drives look like, kind of. Okay, so the first drive is only C, so there's only my computer, my operating system, and M, which is for me music. So everything that I do in Cubase that I'm currently working on, that's important. Only the things that I'm currently working on is on my SSD. This is a SSD, it's a M1 SSD, so it's built into my PC, and it's super fast. Okay, and we have, I don't even know, I think it's 1 terabyte maybe. Okay, so this one is sample 1, this one is sample 2, and this one, okay, we need music, and this one is sample 3. So I have 3 more drives, each SSD M1. M1 means like these super small things that you directly put onto your mainboard. I think it's called NVMe SSD, 2 terabytes. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 of those. So these are my sample drives. And also on these drives, I do have my video project folder. And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay. But then, this is only what I'm working on. So M and video project is only the things that I'm working on. And I also have a small server, a Synology server. Synology. And this Synology server has 16 or 32 terabytes. And each and every time that I'm done with a project or anything, I will unload it from there to my server. So just like this. So now lately I've received so many sample libraries, because it's kind of like if you start YouTube and if you get a little bit of a following, the sample developers start sending you stuff, even if you don't ask for it. But of course you don't say no, and then you start to check it out, and you get more and more samples. And now I got myself a external SSD with, I don't know, 1 terabyte maybe. And now I start to unload some of the samples from my main samples to this sample library. Oh my god, this drawing is perfect, isn't it? So now I do have, okay, let's look into the drives again. So now I do have sample 1, sample 2, and sample 3. And I also have the sample offsite. And if I go into the sample offsite, these are like samples that I rarely use. And if I use them, the SSD, the external SSD is still fast enough to load them and to use them, because I'm only using some of them. I'm not using all of them at the same time. And the sample 1, for example, it's like sorted by developers. So we have like Audio Imperia, Best Service, and so on. Sample 2, Ava, East West, Museo, Native, and so on. And sample 3, FRACTURESOUND, Handcrafted, and Spitfire. Okay. And then video, okay. So as said, I have this server. This is my server. So this is kind of like my archive and everything that I, yeah, like business sort of stuff. But now the more important question. What do you actually need when you start out? None of this, to be honest. The only thing you need is one main SSD, always SSD, okay, where you have your operating system and your music system, and then you have an external SSD of any sort. It could be a NVMe, which is built into your motherboard, or you can have a external SSD with your samples. And I mean, in the beginning, you'll probably be okay with 1, maybe 2 terabytes of this thing. So this is kind of like how I started out. I only had 2 in the beginning, and then I have been doing this now for 8 years, 9 years, something like this. And every year, like, I got a new HDD or SSD or something like this, and I upgraded to faster stuff. But there's also Amazon like Prime sales coming up, so you might, if you are about to buy something, then You might want to wait for this. By the way, do you hear the music, guys? Or is it just me? Do you have problems using Windows for music productions? Igor, I want to rephrase your question. Do you have problems using Mac for music production? Because let's be honest, I had. Yeah, I tried Mac and I had so many issues with Mac because I'm like, I do like to change stuff in the background, and like for example doing I can't even remember what the things are, but if you want to go a little deeper into your operating system and if you want to change things in the background to speed up your workflow in any sense, like Mac is just putting barriers up all the time. And even stuff like free to use software like OBS and all these things, they are just super convenient for Windows, but as soon as you switch over to Mac, it gets very complicated. And then, lastly, the power of my PC. I will show you. This is a incredible workhorse. It has, I have 32 logical cores, 24 physical cores. I have a base of 3 gigahertz and a high speed of 5 gigahertz. I have 190 gigabytes of RAM. And like a GPU with 16 gigabytes and so on and so on. And this PC cost like, I don't know, without all the drives, maybe 5,000, 4,000 euro, something like this. If you want to buy this on a Mac, this setup, 192 gigabytes, first of all, I'm not even sure if they have it. I think by now they have it, back then they didn't. But you're into the 30 thousands of dollars. Like, you just cannot afford this. So this is also one reason why I just went to Windows. Yeah. It's because I use Windows 2 and there's a whole myth around that. I don't know. Like, yeah, I do have a little story. I don't know maybe I shouldn't share his name, but I was in Los Angeles for a couple of months and I visited a lot of studios. I won't tell you exactly which studio it was, but I went to a lot of film composer studios and I talked to people over there, and what they mostly do is they use Windows machines, like the hardware from a Windows machine, and they put the Mac OS on top of that. Like they do this like Hackintosh thing. And for me, this just shows like there's no issue with the Windows at all. So yeah, I think there's nothing like, yeah. I always had this fight with my classmates in Zurich as well, because everybody was just using Mac and everyone in the university was just Mac. I was like, yeah, okay, but I have the fastest PC. I can work the fastest. It's okay for me. I'm happy with my setup. I had one issue 6 or 7 years ago with a driver from a interface that didn't work with my Windows. I just switched out the interface. I had a UAD, yeah, Universal Audio interface. I had issues with this one. I switched. Now I have the Audient interfaces and they just perfectly fine. Okay, Jaxi, it's kind of what I'm running. I have 2 terabytes NVMe SSD and a 5 terabyte external HDD because I use my PC for other things such as video editing and some modeling, but thanks for making it so clear for me. You're welcome. And also, like there's just a thing, maybe always be thoughtful with your NVMe space that you have, because I figured a lot of, like in many cases, I use the NVMe space for stuff that I don't really need to be fast loaded. I tried the thing with the external SSD actually today. It's just plugged into my computer via USB-C, and it works beautiful. Like, it's super fast, it's perfect. So if you might want to extend your setup, just get an external SSD with a USB-C and you're good to go. Okay, who else do we have? Igor, the most, I think so too. Thanks for sharing, Leo. Thank you. Wow, at your level. I mean, what are you talking about? We're the same level. Everyone is kind of the same level. We're making music. We're not like sport people that actually do, kind of fight against each other. So yeah, I think we're the same level, Igor. Okay, Marius, I don't have any problems with music production on Windows either. I have had more issues with Apple's operating system. I mean, it comes almost down to what I've experienced as well. I can show you, like, as a little insight. By the way, this is pretty cool. I like the chat. So these are my studios. I started back in 2012 actually. I think this was my first studio. Yeah, this was the little setup. Back then I had Windows already, small laptop. And then I switched 2018. I got myself the MacBook. And it actually was a pretty cool MacBook. It had like 32 gigabytes of RAM, so it was, by the time, it was the kind of biggest RAM that you could get on these MacBooks. And I tried it. I gave it a try because like all the people were saying Mac, it's better. And I'm not like, just because people say it's good or it's not good. I just want to try the things, and just for me, I had much more issues with this one. So I built, maybe you can see it down there. No, you cannot. So I built myself a small PC, yeah, which is down here. And this was my studio when I was preparing for my entrance exam in Zurich. And this was my studio and my PC down here when I studied in Zurich. And yeah, fast forward, now I'm here in the studio. I feel like Windows systems are easier to fix for parts, let's say, but I don't know if that... Yeah, Igor, thank you so much for being around. I think I'm gonna go as well very soon. See you around, Igor. Bye-bye. I feel like Windows systems are easier to fix parts, let's say, but I don't know if that's me being Team Windows. I would say it's not just easier, it's also much less expensive. Yeah, so it's just, if you want to save money, Windows is the way to go, I think. Also, bear in mind, I have a background in gaming, so I always liked Windows more, just because of that. Okay, but I think, just as Igor started this trend of leaving the room, thank you, Igor, I think I'm also about to leave. Oh, look at this transition. Leave the room. I gotta go and get some dinner. I haven't had dinner. So, if there's nothing more to add to this, I would say thank you so much for watching. And maybe we'll do something like this again. It's always cool if the stuff is working. So thanks again, Marius, for pointing that out very much in the beginning, because I have had a stream where I streamed for 15 minutes and there was no sound. So pretty cool. Thank you for being around. Thanks to all the others, I would say. Have a good one and take care. Bye bye.